Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Avanti Morocha. This video is sponsored by Cricut. Today I'll share the reasons why I prefer using Cricut materials on my projects. I'll also compare some of them head to other brands. Keep in mind you can use any brand based on your preference and budget, but to get the best results you should use quality materials. Cricut materials are designed and tested to work with their machine. You will get the best results when you use them. Cricut materials have pre-calibrated settings on design space. For example, if you are using glitter vinyl, you are going to select this material. If you are using holographic vinyl, you are going to select this. The results are going to be perfect cuts. When you are using Cricut products, your project will look good not only at the beginning but for a long time. Let me show you some examples. Here I have some t-shirts I made last year. I used sparkle iron and for this one, it has at least 5 washes and it still looks new. I use smart iron on in this one and it has at least 10 washes and it still looks great. For this one I use smart iron on glitter, which is one of my favorite materials. If you have followed me for some time, you know that I don't recommend using thin fonts because there is less contact area and there is more chances for the material to peel. However, this material is so good that even these skinny letters will last a while. This t-shirt has at least 10 washes. When you are using Maker 3 or Explore 3 and smart materials, you can make long cuts up to 12 feet, that is equivalent to 3.6 meters. Let me show you some examples. If I want to make a long sign, I can do it with Maker 3 or Explore 3 and Cricut Smart Vinyl, cutting the whole piece in one pass. I can only do this using Cricut Smart Vinyl. With Maker 3 or Explore 3 and Smart Iron-On, I can make long cuts or as many copies that fit a length of 12 feet. When I'm using Cricut materials, I don't need to make a test cut. However, if I'm using another brand, I will do it because I don't want to waste material. Using Cricut materials saves me time. Now, let me show you some head-to-head comparisons. For this comparison, I'll be using Cricut Everyday Iron-On Metallic on a 100% cotton t-shirt. And here I'll be using HTV Run Heat Transfer Vinyl Metallic also on a 100% cotton t-shirt. Now I'll send them to cut. For the Cricut material, I use the settings of Everyday Iron-On Metallic, and for the HTV Run material, I use the settings of Iron-On. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The cutting process took 2 minutes. Now all with the material. If you are familiar with Cricut materials, you know they are pretty easy to weed. Now I'll do the same with the HTV Run material. This material is also easy to weed. Now I'll transfer the design. I'll start with the design with the HTV Run material because it requires less temperature. By the way, I'm following the instructions of the material. First, I'll preheat the t-shirt for a few seconds. I'll center the design and press it for 15 seconds using a temperature of 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Before removing the backing, I'll let it cool completely. While I wait for it to cool down, I'll press the other t-shirt. As you can see, I'm on the Cricut Heat Guide side. I'll be using the Cricut Easy Press 2. The heat transfer material is Everyday Iron-On Metallic and the base is 100% cotton. I'll be using the Easy Press mat. Click on Apply, and here are the settings I'll be using. I fast forward this part of the video, preheat the t-shirt for a few seconds, center the design, and press it for 30 seconds at a temperature of 315 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'll turn it around and press it for another 15 seconds. I'll let it cool down before removing the backing. Now that it's cool, I'll remove the backing. It is stuck here, so I'll try it with the other corner. Again, it is stuck here, so I'll try the other corner. There are some areas that didn't stick to the material, so I'll fix them using my Easy Press Mini. I'll cover the design with the backing and I will press it in the areas that didn't stick. Now let it cool and then remove the backing. It took me a little more time, but now the design is transferred. Now I'll remove the backing from the Cricut iron. As you can see, the design looks really good and I didn't have any issues. Both t-shirts look good. Now I'll wash them. I'll be using the same settings for washing and drying these t-shirts. Most materials recommend medium to low temperature. For the dryer, I use medium temperature. Here are the results. I asked my husband, without him knowing which material I use, to tell me which one he thinks looks better. He chose the black shirt, where I used Cricut iron on. Now I'll make some cuts using Cricut, Arteza, and Dollar Tree vinyl. Most vinyls will be fine cut in medium to large pieces. Only good quality vinyl will do well in small size and thin cuts. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The settings that I use are the ones for Cricut Premium Vinyl. Here you can see that the blue vinyl that is from Dollar Tree didn't work. All with the design, here I use Cricut Permanent Vinyl. As you can see, the result is great. Now all with the vinyl from Arteza. Here I can see that the cut wasn't good. This means I need to modify the settings when using this material. I won't even bother about weeding this piece because it's already missing pieces. Now I'll complete the transfer. My recommendation when making this kind of projects is using a material of good quality like Cricut vinyl. I hope you like this video and find it informative. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you are interested in a Cricut machine or the materials, I'll share the links where you can buy them in the info box below the video. If you are new to Cricut, I invite you to join the Facebook group, the Cricut Crafting Corner. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.